Good afternoon. We're getting ready to do a quick walk over this roof right here and let you see what I see. Just a normal flow of my day here. I tried shooting some content today, but it's been a really busy day. My phone keeps ringing, which is a good thing, but as January 5th of 2024 rolls on, I think a lot of people's New Year's resolution is to get their roofs fixed because I've never had this kind of call volume in a dry, warmer winter here in Kokomo, Indiana. But anyway, that's a good problem to have, I guess. So let's switch this around, see what we can see what we might be able to learn. On the way in, if you could, give it a quick thumbs up. By the way, I'm learning on this channel. Don't do as I do, because I just, actually right now, 3 points contact with something in my hand. I lift my foot up, I broke a point of contact. So it's not quite OSHA approved. And to address that, some people say, why don't you get a harness? When you're going up to estimate or inspect a roof, you're not going up and throwing a harness and nailing it into somebody's roof that you're not doing. Learned something, didn't you? All right, let's get into this here. Whew, that's my veneers kicking in right there. Gotta be careful with that. All right, here we go. First off, right here, this section here, it is way too flat for shingles. So the slope of the roof, the pitch of the roof, yep, if you're looking at this right here, it's a 212 pitch. I put my pitch gauge on to make sure. Really needs something other than shingles. It is just, however, a porch. But you gotta admire this little piece of drip edge they got right here. And they got apron installed over another piece of drip edge to cover this. Kind of crazy. Yeah. Anyway, let's just move on so we can learn here, just because I think there's some things to point out. Just making my way up. The call came in about a repair needing done on the back. Even though the roof is old, they just want to buy some time to get through winter. I see this stuff here. I'm like, what is going on? You cannot believe the amount of stuff I see like this that people install. I really don't get it. It is cobbled, all right? We're going to talk about a couple things real quick while we're here. Nail placement. There's a few shingles blown off on the ground. Before I even set a ladder up out of my truck over here, I see the shingles down there, and the nails were like high, too far in. It's not good. I also did do a quick short of the shadow lines right up there, so check that out if you haven't seen it. But this is just unbelievable. It's wild on how they kind of staggered this in and pieced it in. I really don't know what they were thinking right here. Not too much to see on the front other than a massive amount of granule loss just in the shadow lines. So like I said, check that short out. Coming up over the back, right here are the areas the shingle is blown out. It's been here for a little while, and you can tell because it's not got that jet black look of asphalt, of a new road being put in. It's weathered. If you get up under there, you can see how it's more black right there. It's because it's been exposed for a while. Blowing out. Why are they blowing out? Let's look at that. Nail placement, honestly, is a bit high. They also probably had their shingle guns set to blow through too deep and broke through the shingle mat. And that's why even on just a 512 pitch, they're sliding down on the roof. If they would have hit closer to the common bond, meaning they would have shot through this bottom piece here, held it in better, the nail head is going to hold more meat. Honestly, even if you shot just above the common bond in the shingle, but you didn't blow through too deep, you're not shooting in a cold winter. Yes, I put an emphasis on winter because a lot of people in my area are just gun-ho to roof in the winter, and it's not good. They're not going to stick. So if somebody's trying to convince you, do your roof in the winter and you're in a cold region, ask yourself, is this really the smartest, brightest thing to do? Dig down, look into the shingle manufacturers you're looking at using and see what a cold weather installation requires and if your contractor is going to do it. And if they say they are, make them put it in writing so when you inspect your roof or have a third party inspect and realize they didn't follow the shingles manufacturer's instructions for a cold weather install, yeah, that you're going to have them come back out. But you need it in writing, you need it in a contract. All right, so back to the shingle here. Getting cold. So this whole row down here, if you look at this, all the nails are broke free. You can see the nail up in there kind of pop free. This whole spot right here, honestly, they're all loose. They're just laying here. Why? Now, yes, they are an old shingle, but the shingle nails, in my opinion, are way too high. Has the old 4-nail pattern, and they probably shot too deep. So this doesn't leak. I'm gonna try to throw in some shingles up here I brought up just to kind of patch it in, to do a good faith thing for this guy here. But we're going to look at the rest of the roof. When this roof gets quoted, I'd really strongly encourage tearing this down below the roof line because it's not just got spalding, I think they call it, it's got missing bricks. I mean, it's seen better days. There's no flashing. It's the old tar, right? Great old invention. Doesn't work good. Don't use it. But I'd recommend tearing this down, convert it into a B-vent flue pipe, get it below the roof line, and do away with it completely. The old cast iron stink vent pipe right here has some sort of old pipe boot on it. Again, it's seen better days. Yeah, this, you can see down here, this whole run right here, the shingles are all slid down, caulked. So this here is going to start happening everywhere else. Really, this roof is probably past its day. So I would strongly recommend getting it redone sooner than later. You get silent enemies like this right here where the shingle's cracked, it's torn. You can't really see those, but when those line up to an area where another keyway is, that's where you're going to have issues. As well as the amount of not just granule loss, but asphalt is degraded so far. You can see the fiberglass strands in that. That's really not good. And then when you mix it into a crucial area like a valley, just spill on a recipe for disaster. Yeah, all right. Multiple layer garage over here. Got a couple missing tabs. It's just gonna kind of be chalked up as neglect, I think. It's just old, should have been replaced a while back. If you guys like this kind of stuff, please let me know if you could. It really does mean a lot. This is really simple to do. Just give it a gentle little tap of the thumbs up button, make it turn blue. The algorithm, I think, is really kind of changing out there nowadays in YouTube land, and I try to do what I can to help you and help others in the roofing niche, because it's plagued with bad beep. That's my way of beeping out without editing. All right, guys, I got to get busy. I got to go still try to inspect a few more, but we're getting late. It's probably coming up on 3:30 or so. I'm cold, and I got more to do. And I'm surprised I made it 6.5 minutes in without another phone call. So happy New Year, happy 2024. Hopefully this is a great, prosperous year for you all. And as always, until next time, be safe, and we'll see you on the next one.